The Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif tomorrow on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Russia. Terror is going to be the dominant agenda, sources have told India today. Modi will in fact talk tough. He will tell Sharif to take concrete, visible action against India-centric terror emanating from Pakistan. Prime Minister Modi is also expected to raise the issue of Pakistan's weak stance on terror mastermind Zakir Rahman Lakhvi. Sources have also told India today Modi will tell Nawaz Sharif that Pakistan should stop attacking Indian interest in Afghanistan. India is expected to tell Pakistan the region will not progress unless there is terror-free environment. Okay, so I have Gaurav Sawant, and also joining me is Smita Sharma, our deputy editor, for more on this. Let me first quickly come to you, Smita. Smita, the Prime Minister is expected to talk tough. Tell us what will be the agenda and what sort of an outcome are we expecting out of this meeting?
Well, Ankit, this meeting has been slated for 15 minutes past 9 tomorrow morning local time, which is around 9:15 India time. Now, this is along the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting, where both India and Pakistan, as of now, are observer states. But we are expecting that announcement tomorrow, wherein both the states will be upgraded into full members. But, India might talk tough. Sources, of course, suggest that India will bring up these issues, as India also brought up these issues with the bilaterals that happened with the Chinese side last evening, where India did mention about, of course, China taking that position between India's efforts to try and question that move to give bail, which facilitated Zakir Rahman Lakhvi, the 2611 perpetrator, to walk out of jail. But the point is, what will Pakistan be in a position to really come back and reciprocate with in terms of action? What we learn is, at best, what will happen is that the two heads of states will actually ask the two foreign secretaries to meet sometime soon and find a way forward so that, the bilateral dialogue, which has completely been derailed, can, in a way, that blueprint can be formed. Remember, the dialogue got derailed when, of course, India cancelled off those foreign secretary level talks last August. Ankit? Okay, Smita, stay on with me. In fact, the Modi-Nawaz meeting is scheduled at 9:15 a.m. local time tomorrow. It is expected to last, as Smita was saying, 15 to 30 minutes. And there will be maybe some plan for taking the talks forward through the foreign secretaries. Gaurav, the Prime Minister is expected to talk tough on terror. But so far, we have not, despite all the effort, despite the talks being called off, not seen any tangible action as far as Pakistan is concerned. Our strategic assets in Afghanistan are still being targeted. Cross-border fighting still continues. Are we realistic about, getting any outcome from this dialogue?
Well, we are talking, as far as India and Pakistan are concerned, if you recall, even on the sidelines of SAARC in Kathmandu, at the retreat in Dhulikhel, India and Pakistan, the two prime ministers talked for about an hour. They talked about taking the relationship forward, but India is very clear on one thing. As the Prime Minister has said, goli bari ke beech baatcheet sunai nahi deti. So Pakistan has to create a terror-free environment. Is Nawaz Sharif in a position to create that terror-free environment? Clearly no. Nawaz Sharif really weak in his own country despite the mandate, and especially after Imran Khan's movement there. It's the army that calls the shots. As far as India is concerned, as far as line of control is concerned, as far as terror is concerned, it's the Pakistan army that calls the shots. And Pakistan has resorted to the regular nuclear saber rattling. Their situation is tense along the line of control. They've said they'll take no action against Jamaat-ud Dawa. Zakir Rahman Lakhvi is out on bail. So everything that India wants, Pakistan is not doing. But there is tremendous world pressure, whether it's the US, the UK, China. There is pressure in India to keep talking to Pakistan. So that is why, while talks will happen, India insisting that if you want electricity, we will give you electricity. We want trade will happen, but a terror-free environment has to be created.
Absolutely. That is paramount as far as Indian concerns are concerned. Smita, how do you see this panning out, as far as the Indian political context is concerned? The Prime Minister has been talking tough time and again. The talks, as you said, were completely derailed. Now, once again, the Prime Minister speaking to the Pakistani counterpart, and as you also reported that there might be some sort of a framework that they may work out for further talks. How do you see that panning out as far as the internal politics of the country is concerned?
You know, Ankit, I've been following India-Pakistan talks for more than a decade now, but this situation right now, this seems to be an even more serious logjam because positions on both sides over the last few months, ever since, of course, that Foreign Secretary talks got called off, they have hardened, if anything, because remember, Pakistan has taken serious objections to Narendra Modi's statements on the 1971 war of the liberation of Bangladesh when he was in Dhaka. We have seen that resolution being passed through unanimously by political parties, which otherwise in that 2013 elections were all for good relations with Pakistan. So condemning India, that resolution being passed in Pakistan following the Prime Minister's visit to Dhaka. So clearly these are indications that the positions on both sides have hardened. Now Gaurav is right, there is tremendous Western pressure because remember when Obama was here as the chief guest during the Republic Day celebration, that's the time when we saw, of course, Narendra Modi send out his foreign secretary on the SAARC Yatra where he went to Islamabad as well, and also a day after John Kerry, of course, spoke to the Pakistanis, the US foreign minister. That's the day after that we saw again Narendra Modi call up Ashraf Ghani, Sheikh Hasina as well as Nawaz Sharif to wish them on Ramzan and talk about, of course, freeing of Pakistani prisoners. So at best what we are looking at, because that irritant, that biggest irritant where India had made that red line saying that Pakistan cannot talk to Hurriyat, that will still stay even when the next level of talks happen between the foreign secretaries.
Thank you so much, Smita and Gaurav, for bringing us all those details. In fact, crucial meeting between the head of the states. India and Pakistan will be speaking tomorrow after a long gap.